everyone, and a very warm welcome to you from Lethbridge in Canada and the Pioneer Hi-Bred World Men's Curling Championship 2019. We're in the province of Alberta in southern Canada, not too far from the US border. And Lethbridge is a great location for exploring the great outdoors. Lots to see and do in this part of southern Canada. But we're indoors for the last day of round-robin play at the World Championships, and 2 games to go for most teams, and those playoff places still up for grabs. And this will be our featured game in session 18. That's Canada against Switzerland. Here are the lineups for you. For Canada, we have the lead player, Ben Hebert. Colton Flash plays second. BJ Newfield is third. And Kevin Coe, the team skip. Here's the lineups for Switzerland. Lead player Valentin Tanner. The skip is Peter de Cruz. Sven Mikkel plays third. And playing the fourth stones is Benoit Schwartz. The standings for you so far: Sweden and Japan already qualified, but other playoff places still up for grabs. 5 teams remain in contention for the other 4 playoff places: Switzerland, Canada, Scotland, USA and Italy. Korea with their first win last night in this round robin. Teams just been honoured to the morning crowd. There are the other matchups in this session 18. We have Russia against Norway. It's China, Germany. Our featured game, Canada versus Switzerland. Those are the games going on inside the arena here. And of course Sweden against the USA as well. So in the last stone draw, Canada will play the red stones and Switzerland the yellows. I'm Alison Walker, and alongside me for live commentary on this one, Canada against Switzerland, is Sander Rovag. Players just doing their warm-up slides. And Sander, Canada on the back of that defeat last night, still in contention, as are Switzerland. This is going to be a very, very interesting game indeed.
Yeah, I've been excited about this one all week, especially because it's at the end of the round robin. It's so important. It's like a final already. So it'll be a great test for the teams as they move into a potential playoff game. You know, they've played 4 times this season. QE came out on top in the first 2 games. I was in the Curling World Cup in China and Suzhou. But after that, it's the Crews that have beaten QE twice in a row. So I think this will be a pretty close game.
Canada have just fallen away of late, whereas Switzerland have been pretty steady, haven't they, all the way through? Nothing too adventurous. They've just been good about their business, haven't they? Rows of play for you. In this round robin, it's 6 ends minimum, 38-minute thinking time, and the 160-second timeout usually towards the end of the game, when all those big decisions have to be made. And I wonder what this one has in store. Does that play on the minds of players, Sander, previous encounters?
Yeah, definitely a little bit. If you've beaten a team several times, you feel like you're in control. But it's a bit individual, I think, as well. I feel like the more times I lose to a team, the more likely it will be that we actually win the next one. But that might just be my stupid mentality.
It's a great psychological battle, because not much between these teams in terms of skill and quality of play. It's just what happens on the day and having the right mental approach. But I think Switzerland look a little more relaxed. Talking there to John Schuster, Peter de Cruz, enjoying the week. And a lot at stake in these top 6 places. And Kevin Coe in the background, watching on. Great atmosphere inside the MMAC Centre this morning. As Valentin Tanner gets the game underway, the 26-year-old, 19 years curling and 15 years or so on this team from Geneva. plays out of Geneva Curling Club, and is a lefty, left-hander. And interesting that he puts under his hobbies as partying.
Yeah, well.
I'm not sure he's had much time for that this week. It's been a pretty intense week. It is a tough schedule they have, Sander, isn't it, the round-robin play?
Yeah, such a long week as well, so it really takes some experience to be able to relax between games and just figure out how to have enough energy, but at the same time try to do and think about other things than curling.
Looks here, guys. Looks here.
Ben Hebert,
Line's real good.
for Team Canada, the top lead throughout the week.
Whoa.
He's been playing very well.
Okay, nice shot, Benny.
Second stone for Tanner, part of that Olympic bronze medal winning team in Pyeongchang last year.
Yeah. You guys listen at home.
Very steady lead. Seen Ben Hebert, Canada.
A little more room.
Ben Hebert, when he's not curling, he's a business development manager.
Gotta go for weight.
He has a daughter and a son, so
Top 12.
juggling a lot of commitments. Olympic gold medal in 2010.
Great sweeping, guys.
Shot, Benny.
In a nice position.
Drop flash. Right.
Skip for Team Switzerland, Peter de Cruz, playing second stones. He's 29 now, full-time curler. And a soldier, sports soldier in the Swiss Army. Was born in London. Lives in Geneva.
The men's event, but he also competed in the mixed doubles event.
Just freeze.
Looking to run the front. Rasmus Rana, 24 years of age, has that task.
Colton Flash, 20-year-old second player for Canada, lives in Calgary, in Alberta. Plays out of the Glencoe club there. First year on this team, but 16 years curling.
Represented Canada at the World Juniors back in 2011. Would have actually played de Cruz, I believe, a couple of times even.
Shot, Colton.
It was 2011.
Great shot.
And that year, de Cruz finished second, runner-up to Oscar Eriksson. Colton Flash was playing second for Braden Muscowie.
Wow, did you?
Of course, this at least 3 of the Swiss players have kept together since juniors, namely de Cruz, Tanner and Schwartz as well, winning the title in 2010 in Switzerland. So that's kind of why they're so consistent. They've played together so long. Of course, the new addition to the team on the sweep here, Sven Michel. That's a pretty interesting first end here.
Lots of stones in play.
So you can see de Cruz just looking at the angles, and that's what Ku's doing as well. Just you're trying to position yourself. At some point, one of the teams will play a hit to try and shuffle this about.
This goes. Okay, so you just want to throw like top 4 here? Well, then this is always going to be in the way. I think. What am I doing? Probably T-line, back 4 on the nose. What? I like it. It's probably better if you get this back there. What kind of weight am I throwing? Back line. Okay. Back line. Nose, sliver, high's good.
Sliver, yeah.
You want to be a hair high.
High.
Just heavy drop.
Back line. Weight's really good. Weight's
back
good.
Line.
Close.
Yep.
Hard, 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 hard.
Yes. Hard, Dan. Hard. 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 Oh, no, you never buy. You never buy. Yep, hard cap, hard cap, hard cap.
Might not be too bad.
Fine, not so bad.
So it might not be too bad.
So is that the least worst outcome?
Little tight with it.
Canada has hammers, so just the fact that they are able to shuffle things a little bit and spread their rocks, it's never a bad thing.
Tuck around the center guard.
But so it might take some time. So many rocks in play, it's just hard to think 2 or 3 moves ahead. And play the hit and roll off the winger.
Good crowd inside Henmack Centre this morning, watching the action. We'll be focusing mainly on this game. Sven Michael, the 30-year-old, relatively new to this Swiss team the last couple of years. Hits and rolls. Won the European Championship in 2014 with a different team.
A little loud this week to be trying to shout instructions.
Got lots of experience.
Will be the run back.
I love with that. You know that it's not. I was thinking more the same thing. Oh.
Trying to drive it across, pick off the stone in the back. Didn't quite do that, but it is open.
Feeling that one as much as the last one.
What?
My first thought was to hit and roll, then doesn't he have to do something there?
Well, does he have this if you roll the hit?
Yeah. But I mean, again, then we're still.
One there after that. Nice come around draw from first place.
What's he doing if you want to hook me?
Okay, I like it. Yeah, so just T-line weight.
36 years of age.
Yeah, a little more. Do we hit and roll low? Get under there? It's the call. Kill one of his? No? I like it.
I mean, I can make this pretty good.
That what?
The hit and roll in the red. This one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's outstanding if we can make it. Okay, I don't. It's to get it on this, you got to get to half.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't think you need to throw it hard.
Nope.
So after that bit of chat, Jay Mayfield, the 33-year-old, third player for Team Canada. He's a head golf professional as well as a very, very good curler.
Close.
Flash, flash, whoa, hard flash. Whoa, whoa, yes, yes, yes. Good spot, Beach, very good. Attaboy, Beach, good shot. Got him in some action now. Shot, Beach.
It's pretty good, I think.
Stays on this.
It's true.
Unless you get on the inside. A little bit on the inside goes on this.
Here. You don't have to play lower weight. This? This ou Flico? We can. It's no sense. This one is easy for him. Maybe
I would say good 10 on the nose. Huh?
Goed.
Just this, or more. Or even less, yeah.
Yeah, we can unlock this.
Maybe it would be not bad if we touch this one not too.
It's just that this comes here, this comes here. He has this, boom, 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 on the yellow.
Whatever. I can see that much more than. Tu fais ça? Okay.
So of course the team's from Geneva, so French-speaking part of the country, but Sven, he lives in Interlaken, so that's the German side of Switzerland.
And there's a bit of English thrown in there as well, so.
Yeah, because the cruise isn't that comfortable with German, and Michael is, well, he's learning French, so he's doing pretty well. You'll hear him call line in French, discuss quite a lot of shots in French, but when it becomes this complicated, it's just more comfortable for them to discuss in English.
There's also a curling language as well, which they all understand.
The team's actually given Sven a list of all the words they use when it comes to calling weight, line, and so on, typical curling terms. So he's been reading up on those. And
communication is so important.
I'm sure for the Olympic Games in Beijing, you might see him fluent.
The French there now.
Change this angle a bit. Like that, Coop. T-line back four.
USA lies one, they've got the stone staggered in the front, so that's that force.
A reminder of the standings for you. Switzerland on 8 and 2, Canada on 7 and 3.
Think you want to get to nose.
Okay.
Sweden, Japan already qualified.
More.
So 4 other places still up for grabs. It's going to be a very dramatic final day's action here at the round robin.
Back 4, back 8. Whoa. Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Gotta go hard. Hard. Hard.
Right to it. Right to it. Right to it.
Real hard. Real hard. Good.
It's very rare you see an end like this where all the stones are in front of the tee line. Everything's top of the house. And barely made a hit yet. It's kind of end where both teams aren't quite sure if this is going to turn out well or not. There's just too many angles, too many variables left, and 4 rocks to go.
And unusual to get it in the first end as well.
It is. And a morning game as well. I mean, we've hardly woken up. And you get this complicated mess.
It's going to get very interesting. Somebody's at some point going to have to shuffle things about.
Thin double raise. Sticks around. 3-time world champ shows you why. That's a pair for Sweden in the first out of the thin air. After one end of play, Sweden 2. USA no score.
Looking for the angled run here, Benoit Schwartz. Yellow onto the 2 reds.
Then.
Well, just catches it too thin, leaves 2 reds in there.
Come on.
Yep, we gasp there from the crowd.
Uh-oh.
And a wry smile from 4th player.
Oh, he says. A little bit of trouble now.
Good job. Top 4. I like a little more.
Yeah, I agree.
Middle of 12.
Yeah, I like that.
Might see Canada come right around everything and right on top of their reds. In the forfeit lie 3.
I think it's 3 feet slower. Probably
And there's not that many options left for Switzerland.
Close, maybe a little positive.
Yeah, I think you just throw a regular T-line, should be real good, Kev.
Just needed one slight error from one player. And Canada looking in good shape in this end. Kevin Cooey, the 44-year-old skip.
Hard, you can for line. Hard line.
Didn't like it out of hand there, Kevin Cooey.
Hard line.
We're just like our
So it's either light of weight.
Well, let's get it off this. Get it off the guard. Come on.
Hard,
Get it off this guard.
hard flash.
So Switzerland gets a mistake right back from Cooey here.
Hard flash, you gotta get to it.
Get off it. Get off it. Yep.
Okay.
Just
I figured it would be real fresh there.
It's not the throw I wanted, and it's extra.
Mais celle-là va enlever celle-là à un moment ou un autre. Je sais pas quand, mais ça va l'enlever.
You could hear it right as he let go there. Just didn't like it.
C'est que je pense, elle va bouger, elle va quand même dégager.
It's maybe a bit soft.
I don't know, Pete. Not sure. Or we can go safety.
Because if it does, this one's going to go on this. This is going to move a bit. This is going to move a bit.
If it's not touched, then we will kill all of our...
C'est double et lui faire faire de l'interne. C'est pas facile, ça c'est pas...
Moi j'aime bien ça, je suis d'accord. Ouais. C'est assez fin, hein, un tiers.
C'est très fin.
Ouais.
Moins fin qu'avant, mais...
Je pense que tu prends un quart, t'arrives quand même à squeezer.
Ouais,
je pense un tiers, c'est parfait.
Ça va moins curler par contre. Hein.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ça va un peu
Maybe.
moins curler. Hein.
Hein?
Ça va un peu moins curler.
Un
Hein.
petit peu, hein.
I'm not sure what happens if we're very lucky and hit this one thin.
Here?
Maybe we
No.
can...
Nah.
You don't think so?
No.
It don't need much,
I don't
huh?
think we can kick it up. It's going to come down.
Okay.
You were tempted to play the yellows there. It's just
what was putting them off? 'Cause that was the one I...
they're not 100% sure if that top yellow actually catches the red they're now going to make a play on. They were hoping that the third, the lowest yellow there, might stick on the shot stone. And they're just playing the shot they know is there, which is the slash double on the reds. They'll leave a draw for two.
There he goes. Benoit Schwartz, the 27-year-old now. If anyone can do it, he can. He's played some amazing shots over the years.
You could hear Michael ask De Cruz if you're ever going to touch the third red. They did.
I don't know. I think if he knows it,
Didn't go far enough. Could have maybe gotten it out of the forfeit there. Catch the second red a bit thinner. That was a good shot.
Got them out of a bit of a pickle, didn't it?
Oh, well, you play a shot sometimes, you think that's great, but then you have a look at the aftermath, and now Canada are looking at the yellows and thinking, well, if they hit the yellows straight on, they might all go, and they could score 4. I think it's there, so
Ooh,
that is the...
this could be a real ouch moment for Switzerland.
That's the scary part with playing on with all these rocks and all these angles. It's hard to predict what's going to be left for your opponent.
But it can work your way, so sometimes. So first end, last stone. It could be a big score.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness! It is, it is, it is. You can hear the roar of the crowd. Well, from Switzerland's point of view, a bit less worse than predicted, but my goodness, what a first end we've had here.
We're talking millimeters. Good job.
It is only 2 in the end, but it could have been so much better. Great effort from Kevin Cooey.
The arena's still buzzing after that attempted score by the Canadians. Hamilton with a very nice double takeout. These teams can play.
Hanging a bit high. Rasmus Rana.
Really tracking. Waiting for it. They can't sweep it yet because of the line. Not even past mistake.
Pretty good for what they were looking for.
Good chance for the Americans now to flip one out behind the corner guard. Matt Hamilton get a little roll with his hit. Trying to hold the line. This one is really moving. They just squeak it by the guards. So close to wrecking. There's the U.S. coach, Don Bartlett. New addition to the Schuster entourage this year is Phil Drobnik, who coached at Olympics, is alongside, and there's the alternate player, Corey Dropkin.
I got there.
So what drama we had in the first end. Canada 2, Switzerland 0, and it really was a let-off, I suppose, for Switzerland in the end, Sander, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they felt very good when Kiwi's lining up that triple for 4. Just lucky enough for them that third yellow didn't go far enough. And I think lucky for all the neutral fans as well. Don't mind keeping this one close. Could be exciting.
Do you think Switzerland were kind of lured into that setup with all the kind of trapped them in, they couldn't quite get out of it? And
I don't think they
or was it just, did it just happen?
Yeah, it was the thing was first of all, first 4 rocks when the leads were perfectly positioned, and then every other shot after that was the same. So they're all making the freeze. There's not really any mistakes until later on, and then just sometimes that creates a bit of a mess. And the teams know each other quite well. They played each other so many times. Often you see top teams that play each other a lot. They're just more willing to get stones in play because they know each other and they know what to expect.
But with so many stones and the angles being less predictable, should Switzerland have tried to clear that before they did?
Just hard to do. As they were obviously trying to hit some stones. The biggest mistake was Benoit's first. He should have made the slash double, and he didn't get rid of any of the reds at all. So
second end then, and Switzerland now with the hammer, the last stone advantage. And coming in nicely against that top yellow.
Worried about that red-yellow run if they do get the inside roll.
Gotta go for weight.
Gotta go for everything.
Too much danger for them.
Weight's pretty good. No, we gotta go hard.
Gotta go hard. Gotta go, Benny!
Look at the sheer effort.
Keep going! Line.
Physicality of the sweeping here.
Keep going. Keep going. Go, go, go.
very nice. Not sure if they get shots thrown there, but the red sits pretty open, so it's quite easy for Canada to make a play on it.
Okay.
This end will look a lot different. The first end, Switzerland were quite happy to bring everything in around the forefoot because it just leaves a lot less room to score for Canada. Switzerland with the hammer here, they're wanting to keep it a bit more open, make sure they have a way into the forefoot. So playing a hit and roll off the center guard. It's pretty good.
Almost nose. Red onto yellow, pick off yellow, spill both of those.
Good hack.
It's the right call, but at some point Nicholas Sedin will be thinking, I gotta throw a drive.
Good hack. Board. Whoa.
Not in this situation, though. This is
Whoa.
absolutely
Whoa. Close. BJ. Off. BJ.
Spins his own stone onto the front right.
Shot pass.
Quick home.
And that's nicely played. Well separated. The Canadian Reds.
Crois qu'il faut faire freeze, mais.
Non, non.
Freeze, tu peux pas être shot.
C'est pas très grave pour
Shot, c'est
l'instant.
là.
C'est pas grave pour l'instant.
C'est 5. Ouais.
C'est 4 à moitié ouverte.
Ok, ouais. Ok.
Really tough to make this freeze because the stone's so high in the house. You have to be at a basically sit in the very thin corner of it to get shot stone. If that was deeper in the rings, you could just sit right on top of it. So he's got about an inch to work with here, De Cruz.
Oh.
You can hear the frustration in the reaction there.
14, maybe. Just past this one. Top 4.
Yeah, I would agree.
Gary Cooey saying he wants this draw just past the red on the wing, because he knows if they ever put it level or just a bit higher, Switzerland might run the center guard back, get the double, stick it in behind the corner. So really showing respect of their opponent with the stone placement, and that's what they're really good at, Canada.
Trying to get that round as much as they can onto that centre line.
Not an easy shot called by De Cruz here. Looking to promote the yellow center guard in behind the corner.
Double run to try and score 2. Had to catch the top one. Thing went across.
I hope he rolled the shooter away as well, but playing just basically back 8 weight. It's not going to roll very far, but hopefully just enough to open up the shot stone on the forefoot. Switching
oh, is it pass? Yes, it is.
Switching the play, just didn't get the line for the tap, so coming around instead. Plan B.
Think you can throw firm?
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's worth a try. Nose
is fine. Yeah, nose isn't horrible. Make the roll deep. Pop a hair. That's good.
Hits and sticks for 5 there. Counting for Canada. Well, who'd you rather be in this end, Sander?
It's pretty level still, you know, that's a lot of reds in the house, but they're spread out, and most of them are in around the 12 foot, so still lots of room for Switzerland to score.
Gives you an idea of how long these sheets are, how far the stone has to travel, and how accurate these athletes are. You can see the line.
Lots of room to roll with here.
Good.
Very nice. So in behind the cover, Switzerland line 1 and keeps that one side fully open. So again, they'll always have the chance to bail out, draw the forfeit.
I mean, you can double nut this. First thought is this. Push the button. Try and create a little bit of angle, right? Overbury it a bit.
What do you think you're throwing here?
14-2.
A little extra?
I was pretty positive with that.
I thought you were back quite a bit. You probably need, I need edge 8.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's like double jams all over the place.
Probably don't want to be quite here. Well, yeah, touching the button.
There you go.
BJ felt he threw a little extra?
Yeah, just 2 feet.
Here you Hebert asking about the run, running the guard back and catch the yellow, but there's so many ways that can go wrong. The yellow can stick onto the red. Even if you catch the yellow, that can stick on the back red. Or the guard you run in could even stick on the side red on the other side of the house. So there's a lot of ways to miss it.
It felt like more than draw.
No, it's not.
Quite a bit of room.
And that's why they're just playing the draw. A little more room for error.
Line's good.
Wait, only
Also a
guys,
chance to lay shot stone here.
Line's really good.
He said it felt like more than draw, though.
Hard.
Go, Benny!
As far as it goes, guys.
Come on, you got it!
Hard. Hard.
Keep moving hard!
Crowd urging them on. And what a final result. Big
A
applause
little bit more, but it's not much heavier.
for the sweepers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more like
Yeah, a lot of work to get that one into position.
well, you knew it was happening.
Down the centre line for Benoit Schwartz.
2 ends are in the books here at the Pioneer Hi-Bred World Men's. Deuce for deuce.
Oh, unlucky.
He was so close, wasn't he? This is everything that's red.
Curl another hair. You lie 2. You end up splitting out your own, and you're lying 5 against.
Okay, because I don't think we're
Wow.
not trying to be deeper than that.
Make him.
Now you'd rather be Canada.
Oh, I like the
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, you're throwing straight guard. Okay. Switch with me, Flash.
There's no way
no point.
Switzerland scoring more than a single, and they'll have a hard time doing it.
Split center. White center and Flash. This side's good. We want it fairly tight. 2/3, Kev.
That looks good, eh?
It's like really good ice.
So another red Canadian stone into the mix to make life extra difficult for Switzerland.
Queen. Whoa, room.
Halfway.
Room. Whoa.
Halfway.
Hold on, hold on, wait for
Whoa,
it.
let it curl.
Line's
Line's good.
pretty good. Whoa! Flash!
Line's
Doesn't
good
need
for
a
half.
curl.
Yeah, we're heavier right now.
Just tickle
Whoa.
that.
Just sit. Just let it
Whoa,
fall.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Sit.
whoa, whoa.
Shut.
Well,
Wait, Kev. Speed might be better than that.
Shot, Kev. Good throw.
The good part for Switzerland is 4 of the counters aren't even fully in the 8-foot, so cutting down the score from 5 to 1 quite easy. Bad part is Canada's up by 2, so you'd hate to give up a single point here and be 3 down.
important final stone for Benoit Schwartz and Switzerland here in this second end.
Not liking this one.
Jamais, Pete. Non, non, non.
Oh, and it picks.
Oh,
It picks
dear.
up some debris. I can't believe it.
You could see the way that moved there.
Oh.
There was nothing they could do about it. Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
And is that a steal of 4,
We see it.
5?
I mean, we see unlucky and curling quite a lot. That is just a definition. I'm not sure if I've seen a pickup all week.
I've seen a couple, but that's certainly a very sore one. Take a look now. You can see.
I mean, it was a little heavy, but it looked like that was going to at least settle back at the 8 foot to just give Canada the one.
He cannot believe it. Well,
Part of the sport, it doesn't happen very often.
Despair from Benoit Schwartz there. And that has changed the look of this whole game. Look at that. Canada 7, Switzerland 0 after just 2 ends.
Rasmus Rana. Sweden will do a little Ken Watson curling there with last rock, split the house, keep the separation, get the pair that way. Casey. Around and back 12 for the second shot, but not the angle Sweden wanted to leave John Schuster.
Let's get the latest on the other sheets for you. On sheet A, it's Russia 4, Norway 2, China 1, Germany 2. We've just seen 7-0 now to Canada. And on sheet D, Sweden 2, United States 2. US still in with a chance of those playoff games, so needing to win that one. Back to the game we are concentrating on, Canada against Switzerland. Third end now. And if you're a Swiss fan watching, well, that does not make good reading for you, I'm afraid. A pick up in that second end contributed to that score of 5 for Canada. What do you do here if you're Switzerland, Sander? That's a huge blow.
I mean, you just got to keep grinding away. Now, you have to play 6 ends minimum, so Switzerland knows, well, you have to play another 4 ends. Let's do our best, and then you reassess after 6 ends how well it's going. If the deficit's too big, you can throw in the towel. But the good thing is they have the 5-rock rule. They'll at least have chances to get rocks in play and score a few points. It's just a very unlucky break in the second end. I can't remember seeing anything like it.
And this is a psychological impact more than anything.
It's the kind of thing that happens where you have no control over it, so it's hard to be too upset. You just have to laugh it off and say, well, that was unlucky, and just move past it.
And it does happen to all teams.
It's just very rare it happens on the last rock when you're drawing against 5.
Yeah, the curling gods were not watching this man at that moment.
Pense qu'on va être assez proche de celle-là. OK. 2.
So Canada taps the corner guard in. They're not allowed to remove it from play, but does a great job of just pushing it into the ring so they can hit on the next one. Of course, leaves a bit of a corner guard, but not a bad job by Hi-Bred.
No, no, no.
Leave it.
We're never going to call it up. No, no. Okay.
Okay.
Serval. 4 for Russia.
Yep.
You know, the same goes for Canada. They have to remain focused and concentrated, but they must be feeling very good indeed. 7-0 up.
Shot flash. Sweep any.
They just need to do the basic things well now. Keep it simple. Don't have to try anything too fancy. Keep focused, Switzerland.
4, 5, 6, 6, 4, 6, 5, faites place. 6, seul. 6.
Ouais, c'est bien.
Fini. Ouais. Okay. Whoa. Yep, hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Pretty good shot. Good weight. Quite curling out.
Shot Golden.
Attaboy, Colton. Good shot. Good me. Good. 3, 3, 3, 3. Good me. 3 tout seul. Good me. C'est proche, c'est proche. Good me.
Leave this one on the nose.
C'est bien. Comme la rouge.
Non, ça a l'air bien. Ouais.
Oh.
Non, laisse faire.
Bleu.
It's true. Well, as far as the States is concerned, it's a loss for Switzerland. So
A lot of work to do that.
the game's not over yet, but Switzerland trailing by 7 in real trouble.
Whoa.
Lose that game. That would
Queen.
be Swiss to be Of course, when they win, they'll take it. Get into that picture for the top 2. Something to throw your way is nice to notice it.
It's almost like a recovery end, this one for Switzerland. Just keep playing the game, try and get things set up.
So one thing is trying to turn the game around and play a good end, but you're just frustrated and you don't feel there's much hope. It just makes it so much harder to actually make your shots.
Yep, it does impact on you, no question of that.
Here you see a little mistake by Sven Michael. Slips into the rings. It wouldn't have necessarily made that mistake if it was a tied game. Just, you kind of give up a bit. And it's a shame. I feel like we've been kind of robbed of a good curling game here.
Yep.
That first end was tremendous.
Flips a second as well to line 3. Applause from the crowd.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone in here, at least most of the fans in here, are happy that Canada might win this one, but I'm sure they were wanting a little more entertainment before to deciding.
Yeah, they're very knowledgeable, the audience in this part of the world, and they know their curling. And they for sure want a Canada win, but they want to see good action as well, not just in a couple of ends.
It's always like that, even when I support teams in other sports. You know, you want them to win, but it's boring if it's too easy. You want the excitement.
Yeah, absolutely. That's nice though.
That is a really good freeze by Michael.
Dead nose.
No, don't think you can get it out of there, actually. Q can play it hard, but that might not be possible to remove.
I think
staying on it.
ideally,
It is way better.
Stay on
And
it.
ours can't
Yeah.
go.
I think this goes into that anyways, eh?
if it touches this, it's gone.
I like making him make something.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
Control.
Okay.
Tight game as you'd expect. We're at the Pioneer Hi-Bred World Men's Curling Championship.
Control.
Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada.
Try and hit like 7/8.
So because you can't really remove the yellow, this is just dead frozen, perfect angle. They're going to try and hit it on the nose with more of a controlled weight. So the back red goes. The shooter will stay right on top of the yellow. If we catch it maybe on the hair on the center line side, you can set corner frozen and you're lying too.
Give you an idea how close they were there.
We're heading big.
Really good freeze. Michael.
I go cold.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Hurt. Whoa. Hurt. Whoa. Hurt. Yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, how good is that?
Wow.
Oh. You know, when things are going your way, they're going your way.
Great shot.
Just perfect.
C'est ça.
Pas trop vite.
Je crois qu'il faut, mais
Voilà. On va se
He's smiling.
oui, ouais.
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
We don't always see Kiwi smile a lot. Give me a bit expressionless on the ice.
Avec ça.
Ah, avec ça, on a le enough.
Non, mais lui, il fait nose là. Non?
Dans ce cas, on peut peut-être. Je crois que c'est notre chance. Hein.
Je me demande si on ne va pas jouer assez fort là-dessus, essayer de décoller ça là.
Je le vois pas exactement, mais peut-être t'as raison. Ouais.
Je crois qu'il faut. Mais
je le vois pas pour l'instant là.
Moi, je dirais 8 sur une moitié. Ça va décoller. Ça, avec le drag, ça s'arrête là-dessus.
Une grosse moitié.
Hein?
Elle est quand même plus basse. Hein.
Ouais, exact.
Une grosse moitié. Avec le out ou.
Ouais, ça marche. 8.
8, ouais.
Ouais.
Je pile. 8. Ok.
8, décollé.
Tu vas vite?
Une grosse moitié. 8.
Mais tu vas vite? Ah, 8.
Ouais, 8.
So trying the double, not sure if they can get both the reds going, but hoping their own yellow on the side is going to drag and jam on the right. Red ends up not catching it thin enough to really do that.
You can nose this too, and you're good.
It's not a bad shot though. There's no.
That's probably the shot.
Yeah, a little less weight.
Might not be a double
like
on the
the other
yellows.
turn.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Or even the same weight.
I like the same weight, Kev, I think.
You're trying to hit a sliver low, right?
Yeah.
Take a rest.
So they're just going to hit the yellow, try and roll an inch to the left as we see it.
What are you thinking? Just cross
That
it
leaves a
over,
double, but it would always jam,
It'd be
so
nice if we
you
just
can't score two.
Or nose. Nose is really good too, though.
Yeah. I mean, even if you do this.
Yeah, even nose is not.
Nose is great. Nose is good, Kev.
Nosy play. Same weight.
Yeah.
So Kevin Curry's last stone here.
Whoa, flash.
Whoa. Whoa.
Off.
Hard bend. Hard bend.
Hard bend. Hard. Get over there.
Good shot.
Real nice. Again, no way you can kill those reds without jamming on the yellow. And there's no way you're hitting the outside red and staying for second shot with the shooter. So just gonna have to draw for the one.
It's tightening the screw. Canada on Switzerland. Already leading 7-0.
Huh?
Just adding to their misery here.
Wow.
So third end, last stone. Draw for one for Switzerland.
Ligne parfaite.
Pied bien. On peut rester dessus, Val. Ouais. 14-2.
Hopefully not going to pick up this time.
Yeah.
Gets that one in nicely. So they do secure a point, but really it's not making much inroads on that score, is it? Canada 7, Switzerland 1 after 3.
On prend une de tes caottes et on va dormir.
Sweden going to come down this path again. Runs are down. Pretty good start. Oscar Eriksson. Player. Light goes green. Illegal.
There are the numbers, and that 5 in the second end is the big standout. Switzerland giving up a 5 after a pick up in Benoit Schwartz's final stone. It's a long way back. And number 4. And Sandra, have you ever seen a team come back from being 6 shots down?
Maybe in a club game, but definitely not at this level. So as much as I'd like to give people hope, I can't really see Canada losing this one.
Yeah, we have to be realistic. Maybe it's been 4 or 5 at this early stage. 6 is a big ask against a team like Canada. Well, he's been playing well, Valentin. 94% the lead for the whole tournament.
There's Oscar Eriksson. Makes the run back, nearly makes the run back double, just goes across the top.
And Hi-Bred, also 94%.
So this will be something the American guys can taunt the Swedes with for the rest of the game. Knocks out of rotation, it's not something I see very often at this level. Can happen though, it obviously did.
And it's quietened the crowd down as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there is less to cheer for. Like you said, they're a knowledgeable crowd, so they feel pretty secure about this game now. And
they can nick away, get their popcorn, get their coffees, little bite to eat, pop back and know that Canada's still in a great position.
Yeah, their focus might go elsewhere too. There's other games out there. Sweden taking on USA might be one people might keep an eye on. The replay of the Olympic final a year ago, or a bit more than a year ago.
Also, two teams still vying for those playoff positions. Sweden have qualified. Richard de Cruz, 87%.
Just lost to two teams this week. One being Sweden, which is quite possible to lose to those guys. But they lost to Italy, which is maybe a bit more of a surprise. But it's actually might benefit Switzerland. If Italy doesn't make it to the playoffs, they've now essentially beaten more of the teams in the playoffs. It could help their ranking.
Yeah, it does go down to the kind of head-to-head.
They're much better beating the top 6 teams. Of course, they might lose to Canada here, so that'll be a disadvantage.
Photon flash, 82%. Second player for Team Canada. Clearing the guard.
Could be an important win for Canada, as they've lost to both Japan and Sweden. And they're, of course, in the top of the standings. So again, helps the head-to-head ranking to beat one of the teams in playoff contention, as well as the obvious win on the board.
All these equations do matter in the final analysis, and it can be the difference between making those playoffs and not making them. See the Swiss bench actually not looking too unhappy. I don't know if one of the bench had a bit of a joke there, but smiling.
It's the kind of game you process the loss while this game's still ongoing. So when the game's over, you've kind of already moved on a bit.
Yeah, it's important to have that ability to do that.
85% for John.
We have China left to play, Switzerland, tonight.
Can they view this standard just as almost as a training exercise now and try and get some benefit and something positive from the game, the Swiss?
You know, if it was the first game of the week, they'd be more than happy to be out there, throw rocks, get familiar with the ice. But the ice has been so consistent all week, and they've played so many games all week. It's not necessarily a huge benefit, except they're keeping up the routine of actually playing curling.
But deep down, they just want to get off the ice. Is that what you're saying?
I would think so. Even if it's a World Championship, you're playing Canada, TV game, lots of fans in. It's not as fun when you're 6 down. But, you know, just try and not have too many negative thoughts. Just make your shots. You don't want to play badly. Again, especially because it's a TV game and people are watching, and might affect your stats as well. Just all those small things. There's no need to give up anyway. Stay professional.
And individual players do look at those stats. They do pay attention to them. Speaking to John Schuster yesterday, they said the first time all week he's been under 80%, and everybody else in the team was over 80%, and they were ribbing him about it. So they do look at them.
Yeah, some more than others.
Go, go, go! Go, 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 go.
Stats don't really mean a lot. I think as long as you keep winning games, you're happy. But
that's pretty good.
If you're top of the stats,
what don't you like about her?
Then it's hard not to be a little bit proud about it.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think it makes it worse.
It's a little thinner, it's frozen on it.
I know. That's still really good.
It's just perfectionist there, BJ. Hoping to slide deeper and dead freeze the yellow.
What if you do this?
If you're in those, he just hammers everything. It's all open. I quite like here. Even Cis. He hasn't got much.
Rasmus gets a let off.
I think we do this.
Edge on edge.
Here it's too deep because he has this.
with a massive sigh of relief.
D-line.
Get to throw it through.
Max,
I can make this. So here's the final stone, event number 4 by second stone Rasmus.
Juste D-line.
Out of rotation.
Si, c'est bien.
There's a little bullet there. Sweden blanks and eventful game so far here. Pioneer Hi-Bred World Men's Curling Championships. 4 ends complete. Here deadlock at 2.
Saint-Michel, 86%.
D-line. D-line. 5. D-line. Pas moins. 6, 7. D-line. 7. Attention, ligne.
Ouais, ligne, oui. Oui. Corbin.
Allez.
Ouais. Ok, ouais. Oui. Faut que ça passe, Go. Roule après. Roule.
Just brushing that Canadian red. When it's not going your way, it's not going your way.
Just making this.
You can make them
little load, you like the out?
What if we just hit it and roll our shooter that way?
Might be guarding his back.
Why don't you just get rid of everything?
Let's go take a look at this picture.
We'll take a quick look at it.
It's quite easy.
Just want to take a quick look at it.
Yeah, it's quite easy. You just hit it into this quarter. You're going to get one. I mean, you hit it thin, this will stay on
I like
here.
that. Yeah, I like that.
But it's just
I like the in-turn, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just a little high. Let's make it good.
Yeah, even that 3/4 is good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Even. Yeah, 3/4 each.
Should see both the yellows go here.
If I hit it a little too high, that's fine.
Hit the red, onto the red. Essentially, the reds will split and both catch a yellow on the way. Should be a bread and butter shot for BJ Neufeld.
Gotta go.
Good first stone from him.
Gotta go.
Here he goes with his second. Woohoo! Away go the yellows. Canada line 3. Crowd enjoyed that.
Last rock here in the 5th end.
I really like the toss. Just a little bit of curl.
Crowd getting right behind this Canadian team. The team responding to them. Some really good shot making.
Ouais, il faut pour 9, ouais.
Christopher Sundgren.
Benoit Schwartz, he's 85%. Does that affect the percentages, Sander, when it picks? How does that reflect in the...
That should at least be considered or not considered. So it shouldn't affect the stats. So as long as it was picked up on.
I'm sure that would have been noted. So right to the back of the house there.
Through weight.
Playoffs are looming. The playoff system here at World Men's. 6 teams make the playoffs.
Going back line hack up.
Advance directly to the semifinals.
That's like,
The others
yeah,
play in qualification games.
So both these teams
3 versus 6.
that looked like a
contention for the playoffs. A couple of games to go, including this one.
14 seconds. Yeah. Heavy draw. Never heavy.
Yep.
A little light if anything. Hard.
Switzerland on 8 wins.
Hard, guys.
Canada on 7. This would take Canada to 8.
Keep it going. Wait, good. Gotta go. Keep it going.
Hard
Never
line.
off.
Hard line.
Never off.
Hard, Benny. Hard, Benny, right to it. Hard.
This is good. Good. That does a trick, Kev. We're sitting 3.
on the button. Matt Hamilton will try to throw it down on top of it.
Those aren't fun. That's a bad pick. We had one last night.
Huh?
We had one last night. Fucking hurt too.
Even up ready, so.
Nope. That was our first real pick. Yeah.
Look at Russia-Norway.
Moi, je trouve que tu peux jouer la même. On a comme balayé une bonne place de tir de la piste. Assez fort. Pas la même.
Faut au minimum 8.
8.
Minimum 8. Ben parfait. Oui.
Benoit Schwartz of Switzerland, his
Set.
final stone here. Just needs to get one in counting.
Oui. C'est trop vite pour shot.
Ouais, mais c'est OK.
It's going a bit quickly here. It's not going to be shot stone. It's not going to be shot stone.
They don't want to give up more than
Probably pretty good speed now.
Trop vite, said Peter de Cruz.
We're going to do it anyways. I just don't want to give up 5.
Too quick.
Okay, Kev. I got 14-2 on that.
So it's close to normal.
Yeah, it's not
quite. Okay.
They swept that
Chance
up the
for
whole
two
way.
here.
14-2 on the T line with
This
the
fourth
clean.
end. And a 9-1 lead.
Flat crosshouse doubles to score here. This is a straightforward draw.
Stone of the fourth.
Line's fine.
Kevin Cooey of Team
Line's
Canada.
fine. Lots of room.
Never an issue.
Line's good.
No backing.
Yeah, no backing yet.
You're good. It's just good.
Looks a little heavy.
Oh, it's fine. It's back button.
Shot, Kev. 2.
Goes to the back of the button for 2 for Canada. And they do increase that lead to 9. After just 4 ends, Canada 9, Switzerland 1.
Good shot, Kev. 14 seconds.
Great throw, Kev.
Unfortunately, start to rack their 8th win of the tournament up. Hey, Rasmus. He's thrown 2 rocks this end.
Updates for you elsewhere. Russia 5-3 up on Norway, 5th end. China 3-2 ahead of Germany, also 5th end. Canada 9-1, as we know, over the Swiss. And a really tight one there on sheet D. Sweden 2, United States 2. Both teams in playoff contention. Sweden have qualified. So a lot to happen today. But this will certainly strengthen Canada's position. The win here, this will take them to 8 wins, 3 losses with 1 game to go. Numbers for you so far in those first 4 ends.
Coming down. It's actually not heavy at all.
And an unlucky situation in that second end for Switzerland with their final stone and a pickup.
Or it's grabbing, like.
Has led to the situation we're in now, and Canada in a commanding 9-1 lead in this fifth end.
What? Ready? What? What?
Came into this end thinking blank, now they're thinking we can get a pile.
Yeah, well.
Americans, well, probably, but maybe not for shot. This one's curling too. Say goodbye. They want to get this into the forefoot if they can.
Back 4. Whoa.
The danger signs are flashing for the Americans.
So Switzerland with the hammer in this fifth end. But possibly just try and get the score a little more respectable.
And you can watch him come down.
But the edge has definitely gone off their plate.
Quatre. 5. 4, 5. Bien vitesse. 4, 5. 5. Oh, 5. 6, 5. Non, Ben, non. 6, 5. Non. Whoa.
Americans are real risky.
5. Whoa. 5, 6. 6. Yeah, well. You still probably make it, Flash. I think you give it a go. You chip the guard, you chip the guard. Or you try to chase. You chip the guard. It's not terrible.
Sure.
Yeah.
You like it, Beach?
Oh, yeah.
You chisel
I
it.
mean, chiseling the guard is probably best. Well, let's try and get it out.
Should curl.
100% it's the
But yeah,
best.
chisel's a good one, too.
Back line?
Yeah, good back line. Weight's great.
Weight's nice.
I can't remove the guard from play, but just playing backline weight. Even just touch the guard and move it. It opens that yellow in the house. But they're just trying to chase the one in behind.
Hard.
Just a little oh, and away it goes.
Good try.
It's not the tall ones there. Much better off touching the guard.
It's a really hard shot. And you just missed it.
I think we're just over.
It was very close.
C'est moi. C'est moi. C'est cool.
That's good feedback from Ben Hubert. Tries to stay positive. It's a bit harder time doing it when they're losing games, but they're up or it's tied. It usually brings a lot of positive feedback. Just telling Golden Flash, you know, you're trying a really difficult shot there and you missed it by half an inch, so don't worry about it.
Flash.
They certainly don't need to worry about it with a 9-1 lead in this game, but these are guys all like to make their shots no matter what position they're in.
Yeah, and you don't want to have any kind of complacency either.
Hard, Benny.
You might say Switzerland wouldn't mind shaking after 6 and getting off the ice, but the same for Canada, so they don't want to give up a score of 3 and have Switzerland have a chance, because then the game's going to go on a bit longer than necessary. Quite like the rest themselves, Canada, so they're going to play as well as they can to close this game out as early as possible.
Yeah, Canada were playing late last night as well. Quick turnaround, early morning game. Rest up before their next one. Which is against the Netherlands. And Switzerland have China in their final round-robin games. So an awful lot at stake in these next couple of games.
Might be able to push it open. Hey,
sure.
Make sure we stick around.
Maybe just
7/8.
Fine.
Couple of ways to do that.
3/4.
Tuck a stone around it.
Hard. Whoa.
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 Is he going to get the double? Not quite. Crowd were urging that one out.
That's impressive. That was a fucking laser. Avec backline, c'est possible. Mais plus, non. Comme lui, backline. Juste backline, hein? Travers. Non, jamais. C'est mal.
Timeout is going to be called by Sweden.
Okay, ça va.
Oh yeah, underneath is great, but nose is great too. Yeah, there's no double if you haven't know.
Like board.
Yellowstone just to the right of the center line, short of the ring. That's the wrist shot. Button also available on the outturn side for a draw from the
Weight's good.
Whoa. Clean. Clean it, guys. Yep. Whoa. Only. Clean it, guys.
Clean it, flush. Nice job, Eve. Pete, la même.
Je vois un Pierre, juste.
Il n'y a pas de double. Ça, c'est bien.
Ouais.
Louis calf regimen.
Okay.
Those are like,
Saint Miguel for Switzerland.
10,5.
Ouais.
10,5.
Oui. Ouais. Oui.
Oui. 10,5.
encore, c'est bien.
Wow. Oui.
Oh, they like it, I think.
No.
Needs the roll.
Oui.
Needs the roll.
Oui. Whoa.
Wow.
That's a super shot.
Really good.
We know this team are more than capable of this.
You're here.
You can't get rid of our red.
Probably comes off of it.
I think I just make this now, even if I just move it.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I like it.
Switzerland
Third of a rock, Kev.
We'll be thinking if only we could have started this game
Even,
from the third
big
end.
half, you're gonna get rid of it.
How different it might have been.
Third.
What have we settled on? Is he actually going to hit the front stone?
Whoa. No.
Kevin Curry heading down this other side. Oh, and look at this. Another fabulous shot from the Canadian skip.
Opening up the run for himself. The red runs straight back. So I guess the rationale behind that, Paul Rona. Give John the yellow run. If he
Makes those look really easy, doesn't he, Sander?
Oui.
Tu veux quoi, 7-8?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ouais, pas moins. Pas moins pour 8.
On some spots, yeah.
So last chance for
Yeah,
Switzerland.
Alton
Just come around that red rock.
Coming home. A lot of curl.
Oh, c'est bien. 6, 7,
Ligne,
8
ok.
seul. 8, 9.
Max
7, 8. 9 tout seul. 7, 8. C'est 9.
Max 9, attention. Wow.
9 sûr.
Ligne, c'est bien. 8. Wow.
Vitesse
Wow,
bien, c'est
place,
vraiment seul, Pete.
place.
7,
Wow,
8.
wow, wow.
7, 8.
C'est valable.
Ouais.
Si on peut finir, vas-y.
Pense, oui.
Needs it to come round, needs the protection.
C'est bien.
And again, nicely done. Not quite as good as the previous one, though. Canada can see it.
Redstone on the center line.
I guess that's in play too, right? Yeah. Or I could play this instead of 2, right?
Yeah. That's whatever you're feeling. The back line. Okay.
Gotta just don't have to move it far to get.
Back line. Right here. Yeah.
It look like Max?
Not for back line. Just here.
Just going to chase this hill with backline weight. Just tap it about a foot and a half. And sit 2.
Close. Slow up. Yep. Hard. Yep. Gotta go, Colton. Grabbing. Hard.
Just one sweeper on it at the moment.
Gotta go, Colton. Gotta go.
No. It's going to catch that top red, and away it goes.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
It looks like that grab on something maybe as well.
Huh.
Not a lot of rotation at the end. Doesn't have to be a debris, it could be a flat
I
spot.
just have to clean it, I guess, all the way. It's a good throw. Perfect weight.
Again, BJ, very positive.
I don't know if those are grabbing or.
You're not even 100% sure if that grabbed or if his release was maybe just a bit lazy.
Defend then. Last stone.
C'est pas court. Oh, c'est bien.
Switzerland. So we're just guiding this one in, counting 1 there already. And it is in for their 2. So 2 for Switzerland. Teams head into the break. And it's Canada 9, Switzerland 3 after those first 5 ends.
Save some strength. We do have another game tonight. Trying to get to nose here. Sit in front of the American stone. Nice shot. Not third shot, however. It's going to be a draw.
First end, lots of rocks in play. Benoit makes a double but leaves a triple back for Kevin Cooey. Tries to get all the yellows going to score 4. The last one just hangs on for third shot, so just a deuce for the Canadians, but still a good start. In the second end, Benoit Schwartz very unlucky. Played a run back, picked out his own rock. Cooey comes around, leaves a guard. Draw against 5 that actually picks up some debris in the way, crashes on the guard. Just a horrible moment of unluck for Benoit Schwartz and Team Switzerland. And they go up a steal of 5. Just to be forced in the third end to score a single. This time the sweepers are on it. No pickup. This one makes it to the forfeit. Nicely for the single point. And the fourth.
They swept that all the whole way. Yep. 14-2 on the
chance
T-line
for Kevin Cooey to draw for 2 and stay ahead.
Oh, it's fine. It's back button.
Shot, Kev.
To be 9-1 up after 4.
Perfect weight.
Won the 5th down. Great come around by Benoit Schwartz. QE racks on his own rock. Top 12. Leaves a draw to score the 2. And again, right on the money with this draw. Finds the forfeit. 2 points for Switzerland, but they trail by 6.
Check the split time. This one's got a head of steam. 14-1. Weight is all there. Now it's starting to come down. Gotta get it by that front one.
There's the latest in the other games for you. Russia 5, Norway 4, China 3, Germany 3, and Sweden 2, United States 2. And the stats after those first 5 ends, well, hit percentage is the big difference. Of course, the 5 stolen points as well, all adding up to that 9-3 commanding lead for Canada over Switzerland. Significant end being that end number 2.
John Schuster hurdles his way to his force. Sweden leads at 3-2 after 5.
Welcome back to our live coverage from the Pioneer Hi-Bred World Men's Curling Championship 2019. We're focusing on Canada against Switzerland, and as you can see, Canada very much in charge of this game over the Swiss. Both teams still vying for those playoff places, and Canada in great shape after that 5 in the second end. That really did change the whole outlook of the game and the whole fight back, come back. Well, just too much perhaps for Switzerland. A minimum of 6 ends they have to play in this round robin. And I guess the halftime team talk must have been about, it's just one of those things, guys, the pickup from Schwartz's final stone was unlucky. These things happen. But a 6-shot lead in the 6th end is significant, and a team like Kevin Curry will not relinquish that easily. Had the game started at the 3rd end, it would have been 2-2. So Ben Hi-Bred in good shape here for Canada, the lead player.
Whoa! 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 Get the shooter out there. Flash! Get in. It's in.
Not quite in. He's about on the outside. But keeping open that area at the top of the rings, down that centre line.
C'est presque la même, je pense. Ich glaube, es ist gleich schnell. Das immer nach dem Timeout geht ein bisschen schneller, oder? C'est bien.
C'est bon pour les stats. It's played the exact same way.
And Switzerland put up the guard.
Same way. Same way.
Particularly on their hits.
Heartbeat! Shooter!
Heart flash.
Using this to
Nice, boys.
bump the other one in.
This one's in.
Yeah.
One is in, says BJ. Peter de Cruz, 80% for this game, but down on his tournament average.
5, 6. 6. 6. C'est plus. 5, 6. Test parfait. 7. C'est un poil
Beginning to
plus que
curl
ça.
now.
7 seul.
And down this other side of the centre line.
Juste 7.
To pull up.
Yeah, beat.
Tonight on the fist bump. Really interesting conversation in both huddles. Appears to be like Team USA maybe making a player substitution run.
Great fuel.
Exact, ouais. Surtout inside out. Ouais.
And Colton Flash, he's 85%. He's stepped up in this game. Increasing his percentage.
Pas plus vite, non. Quatre. 4.
It's been a hard few ends for Switzerland, just trying to get their game together, get back on track after that psychological blow in end number 2.
Ouais, il était juste plus court.
Nose roll to the middle a bit's good.
Control weight flash. Hit the stick somewhere. Not heavy.
Well, I thought they completely overthought that whole situation.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Very capable replacement.
Sven Mikkel delegating that Canadian red in the centre and looking for the roll.
USA can make the substitution at any time. They don't have to wait until complete. Suspect the substitution will be made when this end is over. Rasmus Rana.
Good. Good board.
Okay.
Board weight.
78%.
And having a great game, BJ, 93%.
Hard.
Seen some absolute crackers from him.
Hard.
These first few ends.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Just kind of caught in between there. Either wanted to roll on top of the yellow or into it. Just ends up rolling across the top. Doesn't really do much for Canada. Chance for Switzerland to really split the rings. Sit 2.
Tim Mikkel, 83%, slightly down.
8 seul. Ligne. 8, 9. 8, 9. 8 seul. Ligne. 7. Oh. 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 Oh.
That's live by him.
You can roll this
thrown into the 4-foot, yeah. Except for roll at the full 8. It's got to be a shot. Yeah, actually knows your shot. Yeah, I think that's the call, guys.
Like that?
I think so, yeah.
I like that.
Maybe I get shot.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Even nose. Rolling for shot.
Try to roll it to the 4-foot.
Normal.
Second stone for
Real close.
Canadian third.
Hard flash.
Okay. And hits and sticks.
Grab each.
What?
Maybe. No. Maybe. Et 3. Non,
juste le check.
Vitesse, 10. Rouler en millimètre à droite, c'est OK. Ouais, ouais.
Dix et demi.
10.
Bien.
Seeing 69% for Benoit for this game.
Well, you have made some mistakes. First 10, missed the slash double. On the first one, made the second, but also in the second end, to even have to draw against the 5. Remember, he played that run back on his first to lie 2, and they're catching his own second shot, leaving Canada with 4. So
I think he's freeze it.
also the pickup, you know, I mean, that's unfortunate either way you go, but it was a bit heavy coming out, and they couldn't sweep it. Ideally, you throw it light enough that you can actually keep the brooms down. But I've seen rocks pick even when even when their sweepers were going, so you can't really control that ever.
Yeah, we don't know what would have happened had it not picked up.
No, again, I think it was probably good for at least second shot there, and we'd have a game. But I'm sure the sweepers could tell you or precisely where that was going to end up.
Mine's good.
Kevin's not up to his usual average. He's 78%.
Hard, guys.
Mine's good.
Hard line.
Hard line.
Hard line.
We're there.
Hard line.
Hard, baby.
Hard line.
Hard.
Straight up. Straight up. Keep going.
Really great sweep again by the two Saskatchewans.
Warmly appreciated by this largely Canadian crowd.
OK. Ça pour un seul game, je pense.
On joue quelle vitesse? On joue en 8 ou 8? 8.
Comme tu veux. C'est pas très grave.
J'aime bien 8. Qu'est-ce que tu penses de...
Je mettrais quand même pas moins que ça. Pour juste 8, je mettrais pas moins que ça.
It's a bit all or nothing here for Switzerland, so normally they wouldn't necessarily have played this shot. But a force and giving Canada 1 here isn't going to be enough for Switzerland, so they'll play the in-off, just the redirect off their own yellow rock here, try and catch the red, potentially lie 3 and then hope for a huge mistake from Canada. They steal 3 and then they're back in the game. If not, they're probably giving up a 2 and the game's over. Very tough shot though, just catching a sliver of this yellow to come off of it.
We need this to work.
Wow.
And he does it under pressure. Beautiful shot from Benoit Schwartz.
That is really nice.
That's what he's capable of.
It's a bit unfortunate not to just stay in behind cover. It spins up and in the open.
For a little bit of inside action. He gets it now
That's such a good shot, though. Would have probably preferred to see Cooey draw against the 3, even though he would have had the whole 8 foot.
You were control.
Yeah, it didn't go crazy.
No set for the single. It'll be interesting to see if Switzerland wants to play on. I can't really see them do it, though. They'll be down by 7.
6 ends and 4 to go.
Easy, easy. Queen. Queen.
Okay.
Yep, hits and sticks there for a single point, and they are conceding. Switzerland, not really surprising. They were up against it, really, from the second end onwards. An unlucky break, or lucky, depending which team you are, but a win nonetheless for Canada, and takes them on to 8 wins and 3 losses. They thank the crowd, which has supported them all the way through, as they have all this week. A comprehensive win. Canada 10, Switzerland 3, the final score. And over after 6 ends after that. 5 really scored in the second. That was the end that changed the game. And the Swiss stay on 8-2. 8-3 rather, with that loss. Stay on 8 wins. So still in the melting pot as to who else will qualify apart from Sweden and Japan.
First end. It's a slash double by Benoit Schwartz, but leaves a triple for Kevin Cooey. Tries to get all the yellows going, but the last one just sticks around for 3rd shot, so just a 2 for the Canadians. Still a good first end. And the second, Benoit Schwartz unlucky to pick out his own stone with an attempted run back on the first. Cooey throws the guard, and Benoit Schwartz left drawing against 5, but look at that, it picks up some debris and it crashes on the guard. Steal of 5 for Canada, very unfortunate for Switzerland. And the game's pretty much over after 2 ends. In disbelief, Benoit Schwartz. In the third, Switzerland couldn't really get anything going. They'll be forced to score a single. Benoit Schwartz with the draw. He'll pick up this time and enters the forfeit, single point, but still trailing Canada by tons.
They swept that the whole way. 14-2 on the T-line with just a clean.
Wouldn't look any better for the Swiss as Kevin Cooey and Canada with a chance to score 2. No problems here. Cooey finds the forfeit. Canada keeps on celebrating. And the 5th end, that was a good come around by Benoit Schwartz. Cooey wrecks on his own red, leaves the draw for 2. Trailing by 8, much needed couple of points. Deuce on the board with a nice draw. And trailing by 6, really needed to make something happen. Benoit Schwartz makes a really nice in off the lie 3, but it is an open hit to score the single for Kevin Cooey. And that is made single point, and that was game over. 10-3 final score. Canada wins.
All right, good shot, bud.
Game Kev, that boy. Nice toss. Game Flash.
Good shooting, Deej.
Benny. Game buddy.
Latest in the other games, 7th end, Russia 7, Norway 4. It's China 3, Germany 3. And that really close one too between Sweden and United States. 3-3, 7th end. And with Canada winning that one there, they move on to 8 wins, 3 losses. Switzerland also on 8 and 3. Sweden and Japan both qualified. 6 places, remember, so those other teams vying for those positions. Italy, United States and Scotland still in the frame for those playoff places. And that completes our coverage in this session. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. From Alison Walker and Sander Rovag and the rest of the team, bye for now.